guys, today I wanted to do a setup video for the Su-VGun by Grillblazer. So I'm really excited. I just got it in the mail. I thought I'd try setting it up with you, and then if you need help, watch this video and I'll help you along. You'll see my struggles, you'll see what goes easily. Let's hope it's easy as stuff. Let's see. So I'm just opening up the box here. Ooh, when you get this big stop, watch this video first, QR code, and to read the manual before using, and then all their information and what have you. So they ask you to do some things before you set this thing up. I will do that, but let me show you what else the contents are of the box. So here is the stand. So there's a good look at the stand there. Pretty tight, it seems. So should probably read the instructions. Oh, but you push them in and you stand it up. Pretty easy. So the key here is you gotta push in. Let me see if I can put it down now. Yep. All right. So the key is the latch here. So you push it in. You put that down. Push it in. Put that down. Similarly, to put them up, push them in, and you flip it up. Push it in. You flip it up. Not too hard. Just gotta know that little trick. It's all in the latches here. So the plastic side. Next, we have the gun itself. So tons of plastic. Let's unwrap it. So a lot of plastic casing. You can hear. Oh, that's I was hearing jostling, but that's basically just this key ring, so you can hang it wherever you'd like. It's a little small ball, sort of rattling around there too. Very minor noise. Yeah, but mostly plastic. You've got some metal where you have the knob. It looks like an adjustment knob, as well as where the flame thrower, if you will, is the point here, the end here. But other than that, mostly plastic. There are some metal parts as well interspersed in there. I'm gonna take a minute to watch the video, and I'll be back. I'll summarize it, so maybe you won't have to. You probably should yourself, but I'll let you know what I found. Okay, so I watched the video. It's an instructional video on things that can go wrong, so I'll incorporate that into my setup here. I'll let you know what those points are. Basically, the biggest thing is when you're installing the propane, not to do it sideways. You want to do it sort of vertically, and also not to jostle things around when you're flame throwing onto your protein or what have you. So that's the big thing you want to avoid. If that does happen, the flame will be very low. Otherwise, you can, if that does occur, you can still take off the propane tank, clear the whatever propane is in there, and then you're good to go. Essentially what you've done is tripped the mechanism that won't let too much propane get into it, causing danger. So it's a word of caution on that, which it's good to know. Apparently a lot of people complain that perhaps their grill gun isn't working, or their Sous-VGun isn't working appropriately, and that's because they've either put the propane on sort of sideways, causing propane to go into the body of the gun, or they've jostled it around too much to where too much propane has gotten into the gun, and again, the safety sort of kicks in there. So with that, those words of caution, let's see what we can do in terms of setting this up. So it looks like we just take off the bottom piece there. I'm gonna open up my propane tank. So I'm using propane here. You can also use nat gas, if I'm not mistaken. But the other thing I got in my box was a hose attachment. So I got the ability to attach this to my my larger Weber propane tank, should I choose to. These should last, from what I understand, you should get at least 10 cooks on a single bottle, but I just wanted the flexibility since I'm gonna have that propane around all the time in case I run out of something like this, or I find uses where it's just easier to have a longer hose. I figured I'd get it. It doesn't cost all that much. So that's the other item in my bag. So from a setup perspective, I guess I'll take a quick look at the booklet just in case, given we are working with what is a flamethrower basically. So let's see. I'll skim through it. I'll come back to you just like I did with the video. So after reading through the manual, the biggest thing I found was you get a 12-month warranty, which is good. Away from that, a lot of reiteration, if you will, of what I mentioned from the QR code video. And I'm sure there's plenty of other things, nothing that caught my eye as too worthy of mention, but a good reading for safety precaution. They did say you could use it inside. So I was a little worried it should only be used outside. That does not appear to be the case. There's a warning label on this attachment here, so I'm gonna give that a read too. Do not tighten. Let's see. Okay, don't over tighten is basically the gist of that. So, again, hold it vertically, not sideways, is the tip here. So we got that going. Okay, so I'm trying not to over tighten, and then I'm just gonna move this stuff out of the way. And let's see if we can get this guy to go. So what I learned there was there's a safety here, which I should have known. So there's a safety here, which is great. So you push that down, and then you open up the gas, and then you hit it, and you go, right? So I've got it down low. I'm gonna do it here, so maybe you guys can see it a little better, but you can see it gets going. And it's getting hot. So that's how you set up the Su-VGun by Grillblazer. Very easy, as you saw. I hope I gave you the few things you should know before you do it, which is essentially to screw this on in a vertical motion. Don't jostle it around too much when you're cooking your food. And yeah, those are the two big things. Otherwise, the safety will kick on and it'll feel like it's not, a lot of propane isn't coming out, the flame starts to die out. And then if that does happen, what you want to do is unscrew your bottle and then clear. You can smell a little propane and then you're good to go. You should just make sure you do it vertically, not too tight. And then you got safety here, and you got to turn this to open. Okay, so that's how it works. And then the other big thing is let's try and use that stand so it does not stay up on its own, and obviously that part gets hot. So important to use the stand. Let's see if I can figure this out. Okay, so there's more to it than meets the eye with the stand. So what I was doing before, so I'm gonna put it in closed position where we started. So that's closed position. And then what I mentioned was you wanna use those tabs, right? And you wanna push in and you lift up. But there's two places you can go. So you can use MAP gas, apparently. So you can use those longer, skinnier Bernzomatic bottles that are like just taller and skinnier, but the same size as these, just taller and skinnier. So for that, you wanna go first position, if you will. There's little notches where I lock in. When you're using propane like this, you actually have to go one step further, and it opens up larger, which is what we need here. And then what you want to do is, so you have your stand like that, and you can put your bottle just like that. So I'm going to attach the gun so you can see it. We can make sure it actually stays on there. So now, stands perfectly. Before you would have seen, can't use it without it. Put it in. There you go. So there you go. And it does, yeah, you do need the gun to face out the way the legs are going, because it's just from a physics perspective, it's weight bearing that way, and that's what's tipping over. So there you go. I hope that helped. So I'm excited to try this out, but that was the setup, and I hope you liked that. If you did, give us a like. I'll make another video showing how to use it, but there's your setup. Subscribe to my channel if you want to learn more about the Su-VGun, including using it in action, and all things else Sous-Vide. I hope you are having a good day. Thanks for watching.